This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 946. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast since 1999. With me this week, we have Donald Ferguson.
Hello.
Hello. We have Matt.
Greetings.
Greetings. Rob.
Hello.
Chris.
Yep.
Diecast.
Present and accounted for.
John's not here. He is having a dinner meeting with his boss for his new job. So, congrats on the new job, John. He said he'll be here next week. Oh man. Okay. So if you listen to the show, last week, we did at the end insert. I was going to say a short, but it's like 25 minutes, like a recap of all of the news from San Diego Comic-Con, at least that we had at that point. But there is a recap with more updates from over the weekend than what we had before. So I know that we got a view of the test shot for the Seeker mold. We learned some stuff from that, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty detailed look at it. One of the attendants at the Hasbro booth, I don't know who it was specifically, was actually transforming it for at least TFW's photographer. I don't know who else might have been around, but TFW has a bunch of photos basically showing various parts of that process. The other thing that showed that I thought was important was when we first got a look at that test shot in the Saturday gallery update, I think we got to first look at the back of the toy, which had the stabilizers up there on the back, because we noticed they were not on the ankles of the robot mode like they usually are. At the time, it kind of looked like, okay, maybe just all the wing surfaces fold up onto a big backpack. But no, what this actually is, if you want the robot to look super cartoony, you can pop off those tail wings. They're on 5mm ports and just plug them onto the back so they're out of the way. If you don't want to parts form your toy, though, they can stay right where they are, and they will snap in place at the ankles like any normal Starscream or other Seeker toy.
Did we lose Chris? Or was that me?
Perhaps briefly.
No,
what was the last thing?
here.
Okay.
What was the last thing you got?
Toy.
So
you can leave the stabilizers on the ankles. They'll hold in place in either mode. They've got nubs and divots on there to fix their positions. So it's really just a matter of, if you want that really Sunbowie robot mode, you can pop those off and put them on the backpack and have that old forming toy. It's really just a personal preference thing. It doesn't actually have a huge backpack problem going on, and the transformation actually looks pretty interesting. It's fairly different from the Earthrise toy.
So the original toy, of course, was a parts former, so it doesn't really bother me so much. But I do know some people are kind of frustrated with this.
But you don't have to parts form it if you don't want to. It's just an option, and I love that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
To be fair, they could have just done that with the Earthrise mold, and we don't need to have a new Seeker mold. I mean,
we do.
I think it's just frustrating that the Earthrise was pretty good, and now we have to. It hasn't even
Never
been
stop
that
making
long.
Seekers, Hasbro. Just keep coming.
And we have another Seeker that I have to buy all these. Not have to, but buy 10 times again at least.
Probably 20.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We can hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to replace my whole collection of Earthrise Seekers, and I don't really intend to, but I am looking forward to an opportunity to get this mold in some variety that doesn't exist on an Earthrise body yet.
Yeah.
A Sunstorm, for instance.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'd like to get one copy of this mold in colors I don't have, but I am, I'm old and cranky and over rebuying things every 2 years.
Give me a Sunstorm. Give me the actual purple background Seeker from More Than Meets the Eye Part 2.
And the teal one.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
A two-pack, please.
If these are the same height or relative size to the last Seeker mold, that'll be great. Because there'll be some differentiation in the robot mode where it'll add character. I'm good with that.
Now, see, I will replace my Earthrise Seekers, because this looks to me like this is the Studio Series 86 version of Optimus Prime for me. As for the Seekers, like, this is the last one I'll need. It looks like exactly what I want. So I will buy a new Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Thruster, Dramjet, bring them on. Throw in a Sunstorm.
Yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from with that too. Like, I think what really sold me on Earthrise being the Seeker toy for me is it's basically the classic Seeker from 2006, but made bigger and with the articulation that the 2006 toy was missing. And like that always was like my idealized interpretation of a Seeker body. Like it's really cool that they were able to design this and develop this where it's very, very cartoon focused in its robot mode. Like that's a great achievement. It's not necessarily what I want for like a whole collection of Seekers though. Again, like for stuff that's really specific to the cartoon, like background color Seekers, like the welcoming committee, stuff like that, I can see this having a value for that purpose. But like just as representations of those characters, I really feel like the Earthrise one is what's checking more boxes for me than anything else.
Well, it may not be what you want, but it is exactly what I want. And
yes, and I look
many of them.
I look forward to hearing you talk about them over and over and over and over and over again with each new one that's released. And I mean that sincerely.
Yeah, maybe they could do Nacelle correctly this time.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Hasbro might not be into box sets, but if Takara wants to make a dramatic capture Rainmaker set or welcoming committee, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't make any long range plans about getting Takara stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Hi,
Chris,
Don.
One question, Chris. As someone who is going to add to your existing Seeker collection with those colors we don't already have versus replacing like what Matt's going to do you think the two will mesh well with what you've seen so far if people want to keep the new mold Seekers with the old Earthrise mold? Do you think
I think Brian made a good point about like the stylistic differences between them will kind of add character to a shelf of Seekers. You're not going to have this like one mass of identical things just with palette swaps. It really is just going to come down to like if the heights match close enough, because it's going to be kind of conspicuous, especially if you start like, incrementally replacing your Earthrise ones with same character versions. If it's, a half an inch shorter, like you're going to kind of notice that. I'm hoping, because there is literally 24 different ways that they could release this toy, that, they'll have invested up front in that to make a little bit bigger, a little bit more complicated toy for its price point, on the knowledge that they will be able to get that extra investment back over time. Like Seekers are a really good development investment,
right?
All things being equal.
So Matt, are you going to sell yours as the new ones are replaced if you do wind up liking it, or are you going to wait till you get all the ones and then you're going to sell them as a lot?
I'm sorry, sell? What?
What else do we have in the Sunday updates here? There's a ton of coverage of the Seeker. Like the thing's even got an opening cockpit canopy, which I was not expecting to be a feature on there. One thing I did see people kind of expressing some concern with was where some of the clear plastic is falling on this. So like on the test shot, we can see the canopy, of course, is clear plastic. The arm cannons, the arm cannons are in clear plastic. They're only null rays when they're on Starscream. Otherwise, they're sparkling arm cannons. And the face insert is actually all clear plastic too, which that makes sense because if they want to enable light piping in the eyes, then they would paint mask for the face and leave the eyes
not
uncovered.
Only that, but I believe one of the TFW posts also said that the Seekers are going to have individual faces.
Each one's going to have a different facial expression.
And there would be room for that on the clear plastic sprue mold.
More than there would anywhere else. But the point I was going to make is where the clear plastic is on this toy, it's not anywhere structural. And for like the arm cannons are probably going to be the most most place you'll worry about fragility, where if you would like drop it on one of those, but if you did that with opaque plastic too, there's just as much chance that one of those would snap as it being clear plastic. So
Well,
I'm not too worried
depending on
about
how much
that.
you want to transform them as well, because I mean, you have to take those arm cannons out and move them whenever you transform it.
Yeah, I mean that kind of stress on it, as long as you're, not like trying to pull them out at an angle where you're doing, lateral stress on that, I think that'll be fine. Like, I'm not too worried about the clear plastic where we're seeing it on this test shot versus like how it could have been laid out on this toy. Like, everything that is load bearing or stress bearing on here seems to be opaque plastic. And like, I'm really happy to see that they've gone that way with it. If they have to accommodate a clear plastic parts tree on here, this is really the way to end up doing it.
And while I'm generally against the idea of like having to spend extra money to fix a toy after you buy it, if it turns out there are any problems with those arm cannons, that is an easy fix for someone like non-F or DNA or one of those people to do.
Or someone who already has all of these Seekers to begin with and can just take them off the old toys.
Gotta love 5mm ports.
Yes.
God,
so I hope these are roughly the same size as the old ones.
There was some new pictures of the gray model of Windcharger. This shows the magnet blast effect that it's going to come with plugged into the front of the robot mode. And then you can also kind of see too, there's like 2 tabs on it. So like the lower one will be to plug in for vehicle mode, so it's not like holding it off the ground. Although if it's a magnetic field, like it could just be lifting it off the ground. That would kind of make sense.
I am a little disappointed they didn't think to put in like a little hand cover for his electromagnet.
Oh yeah,
that would have been fun. But
I mean, like
I'm just nitpicking because this Windcharger looks really good.
Yeah, and some of the special powers they have in the cartoon are like not depicted the same way twice. So like for some stuff there is kind of a need to like, okay, we're going to choose one of these and go all in on that, and that's just going to have to be how it is. Like Sideswipe's pile drivers is a good example of that.
Also, they used Windcharger in like 2 episodes. So,
well, the Trader was one of them, and that was his standout episode with Mirage. No, I'm sorry, that was Cliff Jumper.
That was Cliff Jumper.
That was Cliff Jumper. Sorry.
So I mean, he held fake Menasor together, but he didn't. He was disguised as what, Dead End at the time.
That was like a prime.
Damn it! Now you reminded me we never got Masquerade Stunticons. I'm sad.
And we never will because we can't even get G2 Menasor or Motor Master. Excuse me.
We better get G2 Motor Master.
Well, they know
we don't
they
have
know
Wild
they
Rider
did,
either.
They just got to find a way to fit it in somewhere.
And it's been a couple years and they haven't found that way yet.
Yeah. The other thing I want to call attention to is at the end of this gallery that we have linked in the show notes, tfradio.net/946. There is a second copy of Amalgamus Prime in its divided alternate modes, and I'm using some of those words very loosely. So you can see that it's been split apart and some of the pieces configured together in different ways. The one with the scythe attached to it is extremely abstract, and I'm not sure what that's even trying to be. But like there is a little like rumbly tank thing that you can get with, I think, the leg parts, and a little like a little aircraft thing that the forearms make if you put them together. So that seems to be kind of what Mark was probably alluding to when he was saying that they had like plans for at least 5 alternate modes for the toy. Which is, I mean, it's kind of along the line of what I expected. Hopefully there's going to be some other configurations that we can figure out for the whole toy assembled together, and it's not just breaking it down into a bunch of little pieces. But I guess, if you're into that vehicle Voltron style of play, like, there's a little bit here for you, Don. This is why Lion Force is the better Voltron, honestly.
Yeah, but it's overdone. That's just it.
So Don concedes that Lion Force is the better Voltron. He just
not
objects
aesthetically.
to that it's overdone.
Not aesthetically.
No, we're We've moved on.
Aesthetically, it's actually pretty pleasing to look at.
Yeah, very, very smooth and rounded.
Well, you're welcome to your opinion about how wrong they are.
All right. So unless anybody else has anything they want to add about the updates since we last talked about the SDCC stuff, I think we can probably move on. So from JT Prime, we have a small drop of listings for retail exclusives for next year. So these are all going to be Target exclusives, I believe.
I know the anniversary ones are going to be
Okay.
Target exclusives. I believe that's what the post said.
So we have a listing for a Generations Beast Wars Maximal multi-pack. No, Don, we don't know what characters are in there. Maybe it will be, Pack Rat finally.
Pack Rat and Fractal, I would be.
I mean, it says Maximal multi-pack.
Well,
Fractal's not Maximal.
Right. Well, I'm just saying if they do one of each, that'd be the way to get those color choices in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what.
Or they could just give you slight redecos of toys you already have.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the redecos could be. They could do Universe Silverbolt or BotCon Windrazor off of that mold.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would not say no to a Universe multi-pack with like Universe Optimus Primal and Silverbolt.
Yeah.
Right.
I like those Optimus Primal colors. Those are nice.
Yeah, it's a good color scheme.
Yeah. They could do RC from the Black Arachnia. Well, no, that wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a stretch since it's the wrong.
It's the wrong Black Arachnia mold. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this multi-pack's going to be like some level of a surprise because even we're struggling to figure out what even could be in it at this point.
Yeah, I'm with Matt in that it could very easily just be slight recolors of things we already have, because by the time this multi-pack comes out, Kingdom will have been 5 years ago. So it may just be a matter of getting, popular characters back into circulation.
That's a good point too, because next year is the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars.
Oh yeah.
So getting just like maybe more show accurate, more complete decos of the main cast in the multi-pack, it might be like the movie multi-packs that we were seeing the last couple of years. So we may be reading way the hell too much into this, honestly.
Wow, we're getting that Cheetor mold again, y'all.
And the tab is still going to break off.
30 years, like thrilling 30 for G1 only feels like 5 weeks ago.
It was 10
years. 11.
12. It started in 2013.
That's crazy.
It was a while back, and we old.
There's a listing for Hot Wheels Collaborative Twin Mill 2, which, I mean, Hot Wheels cars come in so many different colorways, so they just picked another one.
Red, probably.
I mean, that might look nice.
A very hot rod style looking deco.
So the Studio Series Anniversary, the Anniversary Series, which is the Target exclusives. So there's an Insecticons 3-pack. This is saying Deluxe Insecticons, but I think that's price point, not Deluxe Insecticons, the subgroup.
I could see it being the Deluxe Insecticons, though, because those
came... It's a 3-pack?
Yeah. Well, remember, Venom is in the single release wave. So this would be a way to get Barrage Chop Shop and... What's the last one?
Ransack.
Ransack, thank you. Because those three were split up over 2 different multi-packs over several years.
Actually,
if you want to get all 4 at the same time at retail, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think, though, Matt, with it being a Target exclusive, it's going to be Diaclone colors because they're red. And it's Target.
Oh,
Target does red stuff.
Well,
it's also a strong possibility.
Interesting. There's also Studio Series Anniversary Voyager Starscream. So, presumably that's going to be our new 86 mold, and Starscream this time is going to be the store exclusive.
Yeah, these are,
I understand
coronation set.
I understand there is already much gnashing of teeth over this.
So who's that exclusive for?
Target.
Oh, still Target? Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to shoot a hole in your because they're red theory, Don, because the other anniversary toy is Deluxe Prowl.
Right. Well,
which I'm hoping so much is just going to be the Earthrise toy with opaque plastics and no battle damage.
Right.
Given that this subset seems to be for the 30th anniversary of Transformers the movie, I'm betting it's just going to be like straight up this time, just new Prowl.
That's why I think the Insecticons are just going to be our standard 3, like Insecticons.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Just the regular Insecticons with no clear plastic.
Right.
I love the Diacone colors.
We'll see who's right.
Yeah.
I mean, of the things that we have thrown out here, I would be most interested in seeing Don's Diaclone color Insecticons.
Me too.
But I think the most boring option is probably going to prevail here because that's just the world we live in.
Well, but you remember when Perceptor was announced, we asked, why is that a Target exclusive? And I pointed out, because he's red.
Yeah.
I mean, and red cog. I mean, so there is something.
Because Target was willing to pay for it.
But there's not a red Prowl.
Yeah.
And Don, we have those
maybe there will be
packs all the time that, don't
and I'm just saying,
have red characters in them.
It's a running theory.
There's not a red Prowl yet.
He was never subject to the hate plague. So.
Yeah.
He was dead.
Because he was dead.
And then there is a listing for Studio Series Leader Transformers 1 Optimus, which is a 2027 toy, apparently, and that's going to be a new iteration of the 2007 movie Optimus.
Yeah, not the good Transformers one, the original live action.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For the 20th anniversary of the first live action movie.
Oh,
so in other upcoming product listing news, we have word of our second generation's Commander class toy for next year, which is going to be Armada Jetfire.
Hooray!
I'll buy that.
Yeah,
I will.
For like $95. Yeah,
I'll buy it. So yeah, I'm honestly excited about this. I think. So do you think you'll have the electronics?
No,
I doubt it.
That is the most iconic part of that toy.
Maybe they might do it on the Commander class with him being fairly simple.
So the problem with electronics, especially what we're looking for here, is that they have to think about localization a little bit. And I know a countdown is pretty universal, but still, it's something that they would be forced to make some consideration about. Like that plus just the cost. I don't think their manufacturing system is set up anymore to do electronics the way it used to be.
That sucks.
So yeah, I 100% agree with Brian. Like the most iconic part of Armada Jetfire is not the pants. It is the gun with the sound effects in it, and you can set the thing up and it counts down its own blast off.
With the hair trigger.
Yeah, well, but the hair trigger is great because when you flip it the other way, it does the G1 blaster noise. And it's great to be able to just flick the trigger multiple times and have that do rapid fire off of there. Like I played with that function of it way more than the countdown function. Like Jetfire's electronics were really cool, especially for the time. And I will regret mightily that they don't exist on the updated toy.
And the batteries
He needs to have his minicon.
Yeah.
He needs to have his minicon. Yeah. Jetfire needs it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's front landing gear.
Yeah.
I mean,
and also this gives them the perfect opening to do the repaint in the Astro Train colors to go with the upcoming Nemesis Prime exclusive. That is just the deluxe. So that way you get Super Pants, Jet Pants Optimus.
And even if they don't do that recolor, which I think is more than possible, they will do a recolor. Yeah, but regardless, you will have a spare pair of pants for Nemesis Prime, no matter how it plays out.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% convinced they will do a recolor of this because like commanders don't get a lot of mold reuse. See also our conversation before that they can't get G2 Motormaster out.
Yeah, we got 2 for the Jetfire, Skyfire. We
got a reissue, yeah, but not a redeco.
Yeah, he came in Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass and the SDCC exclusive. I mean, that would be 2.
Yeah, I can see the recolor Jetfire being a PulseCon, a San Diego exclusive, because it's like third-party companies release figures.
It would make sense to be like next year's exclusive for whatever show Nemesis is this year.
You said Jetfire. Armada Jetfire is what we're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I was talking about the original G1 Jetfire, and my brain just started. Yeah, no, that's Brian. That's an edit point. Is what that is. I'll shut up.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's just you know how third parties will release a figure every year that's in theme, like Fans Hobby is doing the Predator jets from the UK, as TFCon exclusives. It would make perfect sense to me if they're doing Nemesis Prime this year, they'll do a matching Jetfire next year, so that way you kind of have to have the set.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. Hey, so is anybody besides me excited about this Wild King Energy Beast?
I was until about 25 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. You can take a drink because I pre-ordered it. So,
good luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see. Another news item coming up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see that they're continuing to make more of these, and this appears to mostly or entirely be a new mold.
Yeah, it's nice looking. I'm going to get it. Obviously,
it strongly reminds me of, I can't pronounce his name, from Beast Wars Neo, the Alteroplex, the one that had that was like a snake bird, that the wing folded over the chest, and you had where the arm was deployed when you pulled the shield and turned it.
Don, I'm drawing a blank.
He was in a 2-pack. He was a giant.
Everything in Beast Wars Neo was available in the 2-pack, Don.
Okay.
Yeah, basically everything in Neo and Second was.
I can picture the one you're talking about, though.
Yeah, he had like a snake. It's like an early dinosaur bird when they were talking about how,
like an Archaeopteryx.
That's it.
Arcadus.
Yeah. Yeah, Archaeopteryx is the animal. Arcadus was the name. I know what you're talking about.
And Air Raptor and Beast Machines Dinobots.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you. So I just could not remember the wording there, but that's the vibes I'm getting from seeing this figure.
That's weird because I'm just getting Energon Dive Bomb from it.
I'm sorry.
And it's like hugely different energy.
Yeah. Don didn't forget Archaeopteryx. He just can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Hey, photos of toys, Alpha Trion, Micronus Prime, and 86 Scavenger.
Let's start with 86 Scavenger because Diecast has thoughts.
What are your thoughts, Diecast?
I personally don't like it because of the way it clips onto the body of Devastator. It looks like he has 2 broken legs.
Oh, no, Diecast is getting this mixed up with Scrapper. Scavenger's an arm.
Scavenger's okay.
Scavenger's okay, except for the giant purple pelvis that really needed some different color delineation on it.
It looks like a giant diaper.
It's really bringing me back to Titanium series Soundwave. For those who remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diecast has strong opinions about how Studio Series Devastator looks from the knees down, for sure.
Yeah, I see it on him now. Yeah, it doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
Like, I don't know how Scavenger is put together. Hopefully the same way that DNA has made some option parts for Bone Crusher to make that work a little bit better for some people's tastes. Maybe they can do something for Scavenger too to clean up that lower body.
Yeah, if
I'm sure they'll do something for Scavenger because at the very least he needs arm fillers badly.
Yeah. I'm sure if that torso is on a mushroom peg, or as long as it's not like pinned completely. I see that there's a pin there in the front under the silver grill, but I don't know.
Yeah, that would be the main concern.
Yeah, so you could easily put in a different pelvis there.
Although I think the Bone Crusher upgrades require punching pins out also.
Yeah, if you want to do the waist switch, yes, you have to punch pins.
Yeah, and the problem is they're going to do, well, we mentioned this before, they're already coming out with the kit for the first 2. All these sets are going to have kits, and then you have to either buy the kits as they come out, or hopefully they'll do a master kit.
Well, Don, all these individuals will have upgrades, and then Devastator will have an upgrade too, I'm sure.
Probably so.
Which probably won't include the previous Constructicon upgrade kits.
No, probably not.
It'll be DNA Designs. Not
no,
DNA.
Otherwise they'd be leaving money on the table, Don.
It is DNA Designs, Don. That's not what we're talking about.
No, the one that did the Devastator power parts early in the mid 2000s.
Perfect Effects.
Before that. Anyway, Crazy Devi?
Yeah, them.
Why do I remember that?
Yeah.
I hate that for me.
Yeah.
What I love for me though is Micronus Prime.
Wait. I want to say one more thing on Scrapper.
Scrapper or Scavenger?
Scavenger, because my whole problem with the arms is if you look at them, the photo of the individual robot. If you told me that was a legend scale figure, I would be like, "Yep, absolutely, you're 100% right."
I mean, it's very much the same as Bone Crushers.
Yeah,
I was just going to say that his hands are cast in purple and painted green, and that's not going to work.
it's
It'll work for a few minutes.
yeah. But his arms are stubby. There's visible ball joint syndrome. Just like, okay, let's go on to something better.
I feel like DNA's Bone Crusher kit extends the forearms a little bit. Like, it makes them bigger because it does like a fold out fist thing. They could probably do something with Scavenger to help the way the arms look. It might be a little bit trickier just for how the vehicle comes together, but like they can probably do something because of the abundance of ball joints in the process. That's a little bit easier
Yeah,
of a
again,
fix.
his forearm is just connected by a ball joint.
Yeah, I think the shoulders are too.
So something better, which is Micronus Prime.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not like my Cronus Prime?
Yeah.
I mean, look at it.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
See-
a little bit on the short side in robot mode, but I'm not like too mad about that. Especially because they do have to fit a whole working mini-con into the same budget. It kind of makes sense that the main body of the robot would be a little bit on the smaller end. But like, I like the proportions. I like what we see of the posability, and like, we know a lot about the play pattern already. I'm just super super into this, and like they've got a production run of these done already because Trion and Micronus, Venom also. I didn't find any in-hand pictures of that. Like Wave 3 of Age of the Primes, that stuff was available to purchase at ACG Hong Kong while SDCC was going on. That's where these pictures are coming from. So, like, it's not going to be too long before that stuff starts seeing its way into North American distribution.
And now that I see these pictures up close, I honestly believe they could do this as Miko and Apex armor. They just sort of change the face for, and sort of just change the coloring and the maybe the faceplate, even if it's just an opaque. I think it can be done. I think
They could, but they won't.
I'll talk to them.
Yeah, they could, but there's no need to. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. What about Alpha Trion?
Still looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay. These garage kits. So funny enough, I'm looking at the article on TFW, and the first post is from our friend HooperX, specifically about the Strangle Hold that we have with this.
Why is eHobby in love with Strangle Hold? Is
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
Why would you not be?
Yeah, he's awesome looking, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So
I hate pretenders, and I love Stranglehold.
yeah.
I like Cooper X's comment here though. He says, "I would imagine Japanese fans regard him the same way Western fans regard Metal Hawk. This neat guy that they got and we didn't."
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So the garage kits. So they're again what 3D printed. And,
Yeah, resin 3D prints.
Yeah. Then you go in and remove they're not sprues. They're
The support material.
Support material. Yeah.
And then you probably sand them a little bit and paint them and
Try not to
Stranglehold
break it in the process.
Yeah.
and Strangle Hold your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are cool. I don't.
Are they?
I guess. How much are they?
I put about $20 each if you live in Japan and can get them directly. I just put them in here to make fun of them again because that's what we did the first time.
I mean, Stranglehold is awesome looking. Do you not think that
it's pretty
Strangle?
good.
Do you not think he looks awesome?
See, like, I talked about these with the guys on There Goes My Money, and I think the consensus we reach is that we're waiting for the Galvatron one, and we hope that the support material makes it look like either Galvatron in the Plasma Bath or Galvatron in Web World.
Yeah. So the Sideswipe I hate. The Megatron I hate.
Yeah,
but
that Sideswipe looks like it's very
Soundwave.
generic.
It looks like
that you-
Soundwave.
Yeah. Sideswipe looks like it could be any one of those brothers. Is it Clamp Down? Is it Sideswipe?
Yeah.
Is it
Well, you
Tiger
can paint it
Tracks?
at whatever one you want.
That's true.
Yeah,
So-
that's
True.
why it's so generic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
thing
not. Yeah, go ahead.
The thing I keep thinking is that Stranglehold looks great, but just until you paint him, he's probably just going to kind of blend in with other fantasy miniatures in that scale. He really just kind of fits the part.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. You can play D&D with him.
All right, I gotta go make a character sheet real quick.
Yeah. There are apps for that work really well. Okay, so we were talking about the Wild King Energy Beast a second ago and how I pre-ordered it. So this is a developing story. This already may be out of date, and we don't get political on the show. But if something in the world of politics or policy impacts, the podcast or toy collecting or whatever, we go into it. So, President of the United States, President Trump, suspends the de minimis exemption for low value imports. So, what does that mean? That means that Brian is screwed.
Rob is too.
Rob is too. So
Yeah.
I buy a lot from Mandarake, and the value isn't declared if it's like under, even if the value is declared, I guess, if it's under $800, you don't pay import duties on it.
Yeah.
And that's how I do a lot of my buying is through Mandarake or Saruga. I used to do quite a bit on, Yahoo Japan. But if that has been suspended, that means I'm going to be buying less toys.
Same.
If you buy from import shops, your import shops are going to be charged more to get the stuff in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd
So
actually
your prices are going to go up.
I'd actually planned on doing a business this year where I would be selling toys online, and that was going to be part of my supply chain. So I guess that ain't happening. So yeah, hopefully that is tacoed and doesn't happen. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
because it is worth mentioning the White House put out a statement explaining what was going to happen about 6-7 hours before the time of this recording, and it's already gone.
Okay, hopefully.
So hopefully they got some feedback from various business owners and changed their minds.
Yeah,
that is what I'll leave it at.
Fingers crossed, because
Yeah,
a big project for me this year depends on that.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
wait 3 extra months for my Gunpla.
Yeah.
we'll also be all of us will be keeping an eye on how this develops, and if there is more information to relate, we will be bringing that in future episodes of the podcast.
So
And what stinks is that, we kind of get caught up in this. I mean, I have so much stuff coming from Taobao. It
Well, you
definitely
used to.
I used to. It definitely affects me. But in this article, it mentions that they're doing this to kind of counteract the low value goods like from Temu and Shen, which I don't know what Shen is, but
I think that's a thing.
Shein?
I think that's an Amazon initiative, actually.
Okay, so Temu, obviously it's all cheap products. We're getting caught up in this Temu stuff pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, let's jump to what we got this week, which is the on-topic portion of what we got this week. Of course, off-topic is exclusive to patrons at patreon.com/tfradio. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay, Matt. I'll go last.
I got nothing.
Okay. Diecast.
Okay. I took photos of everything just because I couldn't bring it all down here.
Well, the podcast listeners can't hear it, can't see it anyway.
Exactly. So I got Autobot Sandstorm and Slugslinger. I've got 2 copies because the first copy came damaged.
Oh, that's right. You showed us that in the group text, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to send it back to Amazon and they sent me another copy, thank God. The second copy came in. I really like the orange on Sandstorm. It's really nice.
Didn't you say they sent your first package in a bag instead of a box?
Yeah, they sent it in a bag instead of a box. Like one of those recyclable brown bags that they do.
Yeah.
And it came crushed and you had out of the box visible
like huge
plastic
stress
stressing.
marks. Yeah, on
like
Slugslinger.
Slugslinger, his wing was visibly bent and it was right through the stress mark was right through one of the tampos on the wing.
Ugh.
So yeah, it wasn't like I could just heat it up and fix it. So a return was the best thing to do.
Right.
I got the upgrade kit for that KO Optimus 86 Optimus Prime, which came with the trailer, Megatron's gun, Megatron's arm, his blaster, and all the Starscream parts, which is pretty cool. So now I can actually have a KO Starscream Optimus Prime. with Megatron arm. I also got X-Trans bots, their version of the ambulance vehicle for Defensor.
First aid.
Medicus.
Yeah, first aid in G2 colors. So I think that's my third of those. So I'll have a complete G2 Devastator Defensor.
That'd be a weird Devastator.
Words, yeah, words hurt. I also got that's Transformers 1 Starscream, the deluxe, which is the deluxe Starscream.
Where did you get that from?
I got that from Big Bad Toy Store.
Okay, because they're initial. I must have missed out on the initial order batch of those.
Yeah. My C05, which is the Sunstreaker, the
Oh, missing link.
Perfection series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
came
sorry.
from Suragaya. So I haven't transformed that. I know, Chris, you were saying there's an issue with those.
It's difficult to transform it back to car mode because the legs lock really firmly open when you telescope them out. And some way or another, there's a way to collapse those legs, but I have not figured out a way to do it consistently and easily.
I also got the full wave of Blockies Transformers 1, the second wave. And I pulled the Chase Megatron,
Oh,
which
nice.
is obviously one of are honestly one of the nicest Chase figures that I've seen from Blockies. The paint has like this light purple to tint. It looks silver in photos, but when you look at it, it's got that purple hue to it. It's an absolutely beautiful figure. And the whole wave was really good. They're learning, they're adding parts. They keep getting better and better, which is, I mean, it's great. I was surprised that they keep improving so much. And then, even though all our orders got canceled at Walmart, when Sideways went back up, I was able to purchase Sideways, and he showed up at my house.
How many did you receive?
I got one.
Okay.
Was I supposed to get more?
Oh
No.
yeah. Not after they fixed it. Chris, do you want to explain it?
Panda Strong in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, ordered 2 Sidewayses to get over the free shipping threshold, I think. So when that was delivered to him, a very large box was left at his door, and inside of that very large box was a whole case of Sideways,
Heck yeah.
along with a second whole case of Sideways. So he bought 2 units of the Cybertron Sideways remake and got 2 cases of them. So
Nice.
I know he has been making arrangements to help out some of the people in our Discord who had their pre-orders canceled or otherwise were not able to secure Sideways for themselves because oddly enough, Walmart's listing sold out again pretty quick after Sideways went back up. I can't imagine why or where all the inventory went, but
He didn't write them a polite letter.
So
Please take back these free toys you sent me.
Yeah,
I'd write
from
that
what-
letter. I'd write that letter in a heartbeat.
From what I saw, the UPC on the box indicating the box quantity was the same as the individual UPC. There was not a case number that was different.
That seems like a bit of an error.
Kerfluffle.
Yes, that's a good word, Don. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically when they were scanning the boxes, they were scanning each case as one figure because
You have to be careful with Walmart, though. They'll come after you for that stuff.
Will they?
They sent me a free Xbox one time, and I got a letter like 6 months later saying they were gonna take me to court or something like that.
What did they end up doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
They just sent me angry letters.
That's that sounds like their problem.
Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure if somebody sends you something that you didn't order, that is legally their problem.
If it's addressed to you, I'm pretty sure, like Rob said, that's their problem.
No, I ordered it. They never charged me for
well,
it,
no.
and then 6 months later they tried to collect, but my credit card was already
Gotcha.
closed at that point.
What I'm saying, if you receive a package that was shipped to somebody else, I don't think you actually have, and it comes to you by mistake, I don't think you have legal protection to keep.
You do
that.
not.
But if they send it to you and don't charge you for it, it's yours as far as I know.
Yeah.
Panda Strong, in response to our conversation here, is just added in the Discord. I will fist fight them.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else, Diecast?
Yes.
Okay.
From just today, from Nick the Toy Guy, my friend Nick.
Oh, I forgot about Nick.
This thing is huge.
What
this
is
is the
God Bomber.
No.
Not God Bomber.
Marauder.
Yeah, it's
upside down.
It's upside down.
Yeah.
It's Menasor. Well, it's
It's-
the trailer and it's
Dead End.
Dead End. So, but the box is probably one of the biggest boxes I've ever seen. Like, I thought the box for Superion was huge for Fans Toys. This is like double the size of the Fans Toys Superion
Yeah.
box.
Just to give a little context, y'all know I follow Bobby Skullface, and he has been, but
Come all out.
he has been waiting for this. Dead End has basically been pending for over 5 years
Really?
to finish this.
Breakdown from Fans Toys is years old.
Yeah, and this Dead End was solicited, if not almost, a little over 5 years ago, and it's taken them this long to get it out with the rest of the Menasor structure to form the figure. So it's at least if it's not 5 years, it's almost close to it.
And Bobby and I get our figures from the same place. He gets them from Nick also, and it's
Nick's
just
good people. I
Yes.
miss Nick.
Yeah. When I saw the amount of stuff, iced tea. When I saw the amount of
No, thank you.
boxes in Nick's house, I was like, I do not want to see that shipping bill. Because he had I was only in the one room and he was still I was like, this doesn't look like the amount he had. He was like, no, I have 7 more boxes in his living room. And then we were talking about when Fortress Maximus comes out, what that's gonna look like. So
if it ever
that
comes
thing-
out.
I mean, they teased it again at TFCon.
They've been
so-
teasing it since before COVID.
Yeah, but I guess
And it
it's-
wasn't any more plausible then either.
Hey, you know what's coming out next? Apparently, is their Blitzwing, which that thing has been coming out for 6-7 years now. So their Blitzwing.
It makes me wonder how
apparently
they've stayed in business.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how anybody can actually keep with collecting Fans Toys stuff because it never comes out.
Well, see, that's the thing. Whenever anyone else announces something, Fans Toys is quick to throw up a CAD model and say they're making the same figure. The problem is they have no intention on making the same figure. They just want their fans to not order. Allegedly. I'm just saying I've heard this from more than one person. But when Fans Toys throws up, we're making this.
Allegedly,
people will not order or cancel their X-Trans bots, their Make Toys, whoever's making the original version of this. That's a Fans Toys staple.
Patreon
But it may
content.
Yeah.
This is going to be Patreon content. Keep going, Don.
I'm sure I'm so worried about a company making illegal IP infringement toys of Transformers taking legal action against us for slander. I'm sure
But-
I'm
but-
so terrified.
No, okay,
of that
I'm
actual-
leaving this. I'm leaving this in. I'm
Yes.
leaving this in.
But I'm just saying, if you follow the third party world like myself and probably Diecast does, you hear a lot of the higher echelon reviewers. They see the same patterns. Someone else announces it. Fans Toys throws up a CAD model, and then it's 7 years for Blitzwing. It's 5 years for Dead End. They've got other stuff that's approaching 3 and 4 years as well. So it's, and I apologize, when I asked my wife for a refill of tea, she brought me the whole coffee pot. So I was not quite expecting
Why
that.
did she make
Okay.
tea in a coffee pot?
Well, that's the way I make tea.
I
put the
mean,
tea,
that is a function they frequently have. But,
yeah, I put the tea.
Yes,
well,
you
yeah,
brew the tea.
yeah,
yeah,
but
I put the-
I'm sorry, you drink coffee out of a bowl and tea out of a coffee pot. Like, you know, I can't wait to see where this chain goes.
you and me both.
Well, that's all I got for on topic, but I got more for off topic.
Oh boy.
I wonder what Don uses a teapot for.
We don't,
Right?
we don't have a teapot.
Don, do
Maybe
you
that-
want to go next?
Yeah, I can, unless someone else wants to go.
Go ahead.
Okay. I too only got, well, I have 2 sideways coming. Only 2. One came today. One is somewhere in Nevada, even though these 2 were shipped at the same time. So there you go. Looking forward to opening up. Looks good. Looks almost like the original. I mean, every photo I've seen is like, which is which. It's very hard to tell just at a casual glance. So I got sideways. I got my 2, because I am doing a set for robot mode, hook and long haul. So I got
I'm
my
trying
set.
so hard to not do that, Don.
I know I wasn't going to, but I didn't do it for Superion, and I'll probably only do it for Bruticus because it's Bruticus. Other than that, I'm not doing it for anybody else. So I figured if I'm going to have a double display, and I
You'll
didn't
only
do it.
do it for Bruticus and Ruination and Battle Gaia.
Well, yeah, but I want those, and they won't do them. So there's that.
Oh, they'll do Ruination.
Yeah, and also this week I got the second to the last component of Magic Square's masterpiece, Bruticus Tornado, aka Vortex. Box is fairly hefty because there's a Bruticus head and chest plate in here that sort of like the fans toy, the Superion that they did. No, sorry, Zeta. Zeta did the where you've put Silverbolt inside the animation accurate chest plate. So this is kind of along those same lines, but
Yet people complain about Hasbro doing skeletal systems.
yeah. So, well, it's not really a skeletal system. It's just to make it animation accurate without forcing it. But so I got him. So all we have left for him is Blast Off, which is kind of weird because all we have left for the Ocular Max Ruination or Baldigus is Onslaught. So it's kind of how that worked out. And the last thing I got on topic, I wasn't going to get it, but I found a website that had all 3 sets in stock, and the shipping was like dirt cheap. So I went ahead and got Mecha Legion, the Devastator set.
Oh,
So I went ahead and got those because the shipping was $1.41 a piece versus like 20 or $30 with what's been going on. So I went ahead and got all 3 sets. I got all 3 sets for about $260. So that's a little bit better than the going price. The shipping was cheap, and I earned reward points from this place that I got it to use for that I'm able to use the reward points for my tactical craftsman toys, the Legend class Computron that's coming out. And that's all I have on topic this week.
Rob, did we check in with you yet?
I do not have anything.
Okay, so on topic for me this week, I got the Devastation Trooper 2-pack from Target. Unfortunately, mine came with damaged box already opened, and Basically, I'm in a situation where I can't get anything done about that because if I drive it to a Target to return it, that's going to cost me about $15 in gas. And I can't print a label out to have it shipped back because I don't have any way to get something printed right now. So I'm just kind of stuck with it, and I'm kind of disgusted with the whole thing.
Right. Chris,
I don't
can
blame you.
I thought Target returns that they could mail you a label.
Well, they did not present me with that option.
Okay,
so,
all right. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you could print a label or have them mail you a label. I know Amazon
But I
does.
also could find no way to actually talk to a human being.
Yeah.
So that wasn't helping anything either.
Yeah.
So that's sitting in a box over in the corner until I decide I'm undisgusted enough with it to actually like engage with it some. I will say the Battle Charger redeco in there is extremely pretty. That's a wonderful shade of
Yes.
blue on that. The Conehead is okay too, but like the Battle Charger really steals the show visually. The other thing I got on topic, which I'm largely happier with because there was no wacky problems with that I couldn't get fixed, is the Cybertron Sideways Deluxe. I also only received one, which is probably for the best because one of those shipping cartons would take up a lot of space that I don't have. So like Don said, this is very faithful to the original toy in a lot of ways. I've seen some side-by-side pictures of it. The new one is actually taller than Cybertron Sideways, but like it's a slimmer build than the original toy, and it cuts some of the like the luxury features, I guess I will call them. Like on the original Cybertron Sideways, everything could stay attached to the toy when you transform it. The wings, the weapon thing on the arm, it's all set up in some way where it stays attached. You can take the wings off because you can make the double blade weapon out of them, but they had those armatures on the legs so that they could move and reorient between modes. With the new one, there's a lot more. You take the parts off and then you put them back on where they need to go. So like the wings just peg in and out. The arm weapon, it has a 5 millimeter peg and it attaches onto the forearm, either one. Um, and then in vehicle mode, it has a set of tabs and slots that locks it down onto the top of the vehicle mode. So, like, it is a little bit parts for me, but at the same time, I kind of actually appreciate being able to take the weapon off entirely if I don't want it there. Um, and with the wings, like, on the original, if you wanted to have, like, the wings on the backpack, it didn't really work because the connection points on the back were not designed to actually hold the wings. They were just kind of there to stabilize them in place a little bit. These actually are a like peg and tab system to securely attach the wings directly to the backpack armatures. So like that's a lot better for if you want like different display options with it. The transformation in a couple spots is simplified versus the Cybertron toy. Like the pelvis does not split in half anymore. Like the transformation I would say is a little bit more straightforward than the Cybertron toy. So like for me, I really like what they have done with this toy. It feels really good. All the joints are tight. It's got good posability. And I think they kept everything about the original toy that was good. And the changes that they did make are generally to the positive. Like there's not anything really bad that I would say about this. It is a little bit on the small side in terms of like it's a very thin robot. It's very light. Um, there is only two plastic colors on the entire thing, black and orange. I think it's two runners of black and one of orange, and all the orange is unpaintable plastic. So it is one of those toys like Cosmos, I'm pretty damn sure, where it's built off of some other toy's retool budget. And I would love to get like more background on that, what this was developed out of and made the whole new toy. But like for what I think they've got to work with here, they did a fantastic job with this. I'm really, really impressed with it. And that's all I got on topic. Brian is having some computer problems right now, so we're gonna finish out the rest of the show without him at his request. So come back next week to find out what ill-advised purchases he's probably made in the intervening week here. But in the meantime, we're going to go to our off-topic what we got, which is exclusive to our patrons. Diecast, do you have anything off-topic?
Oh
I
yeah.
think Dawn wanted to go first.
Oh, I'm
Dawn
sorry.
wanted to go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
go back to the bench, Diecast. Don?
Sorry. I'm going to start off with why I wanted to go first, because I have found today at my Target Battle Cat Man from the Thundercats Masters of the Universe line. It's
neat.
out and it was purchasable. So I got Battle Cat Man. I did get the lino because I found an actual case sitting on the floor, and it's a case of 4. And I asked the lady, "Ma'am, can you scan these to make sure there's not street dated?" Because I didn't see anything on the box. They were purchasable. There's 2 linos, 1 Battle Cat Man, and 1 Cheetor.
Nice.
So yeah, there's that. So I was able to get those, which I was very happy about. Picked up a rare Star Wars figure. Rare for me to pick up a Star Wars figure today. It's the Range Trooper, which I love. I love that kind of outfit, that snow trooper kind of look. And the cool thing was, I was able to pick up another one of those reaction O-ring Python Patrol bats. Sold on eBay, made $8 profit. So I have $5 in this figure. So that worked out well. And
Dawn,
just for
who's
Manny,
not a Star Wars fan.
yeah, well, certain ones, and for Manny Cara, who so graciously was wondering about my Super 7 purchases, I got the Astral Projection Lion-O. Apparently, from what I understand, this was supposed to have been with the Cat Slayer at the tier they didn't reach. So they got the Cat Slayer made, but they did not reach this tier for the Astral Projection Lino. But apparently, it was already done. So they just released it as a San Diego exclusive, which I think will look good with my other translucent figures like the Mum-Ra and the Ghost Jaga and all that. I got Law and Order. And we always need a little more Law and Order. You know?
So Criminal Intent, SVU, like what are we talking here?
G.I. Joe Classified Law and Order, I should say. Dun. You know, there's that. So, because I'm a sucker for like the pairs of like Mutt and Junkyard, Law and Order, the upcoming Desert Viper with the giant scorpion. I'm just kind of a sucker for those non-human pairs that lead to a lot of good stories. Can't wait to open them up. Also got my Cobra Claws. I was lucky enough to get them before they sold out on Pulse. I got 2
Cobra
of
Claws,
them.
like Christmas time?
Yeah, Cobra Claws is coming to town, just like the episode. So yeah, really looking forward to getting these opened and on display at some point, hopefully before the heat death of the universe.
Well, it's cooling down here this week, so maybe we'll forestall that a little bit longer.
Yeah. I also got the Cold Slaughter CD, but based on what Brian was saying, I may not be keeping that because I'll listen to the tracks later and decide, but apparently it's not very good. So there's that. And my last thing I got, last couple things I got was my order came through at Target, and I got Breaker, which is the Target exclusive. I got Breaker, which is the Target exclusive. Breaker, which is the Target exclusive. Breaker, which is the Target exclusive. And Breaker, which is the Target exclusive.
You know, I wanted to have Panda Strong on the show this week to do I got Sideways, and I got Sideways, and I got Sideways joke. At least we're kind of getting something of that in the ham sandwiches portion here with your breakers.
Yes,
Why?
because my canceled pre-orders were fulfilled. And the
Did
orders
you get charged for them?
Why did you
Yes.
have 5 canceled pre-orders
No, it wasn't
for the same figure?
It wasn't all canceled. It was the orders I made after they were canceled to try to get them when they went back on the site as showing available. They were canceled, then they were available again, so I try to get some orders in again like you do with Walmart.
And they got
then-
canceled again?
No, they all showed up.
What happened to the canceled ones?
They were shipped.
And you got charged for them?
Yeah.
Even though you
I'm
canceled them?
I'm still trying to figure out why you had 4 canceled.
I'm confused.
Well, no, it was I had I'm trying to remember how I did it. I had 2 on order, and
At
then
Target.
at Target because I thought someone I knew
And that
wanted
got
one.
canceled, so you ordered 2 more.
Right, that was 4, and then I ordered another one. Why did I order that 5th one?
We don't know. That's the whole problem, Don.
I'm trying to remember. I had a reason for ordering the 5th one, and I don't
Don's
remember.
the reason we can't get orders through on the websites because he's
I
on there
guess.
ordering.
So anyway, I'm sorry, but I wound up getting my canceled ones and the ones I ordered as replacements. I can't explain it, but I've got 5 breakers.
Okay, so Target canceled your first pre-orders. Like where they were explicitly marked as canceled on Target's website.
Yeah.
But then they fulfilled them anyway and still charged you for the orders that they canceled.
Yeah.
I would be raising all kinds of hell about that, honestly.
Well, I mean, I can still take them back because it shows
Well, taking them back is one thing, but like
yeah.
they canceled those orders. They should not be charging you for them again
I
in
know.
any event.
I know.
Again, I would be taking a few minutes and writing an extremely impolite letter.
So I will be offering some of these on Twitter for people that did not have a chance to get them. So hopefully I can, but I have
Manicure asks, why did Don order 5 copies of a repaint? We don't know. I don't think Don knows.
it's between that and Walmart. It's been a mess.
Yeah.
But I can't quite figure it out. I'm not sure I want to figure it out. I'm just going to try to do something with it. So, yeah. That's all I got off topic this week, which I think is enough.
What a journey. Okay, Diecast, now you can go.
All right. I also got an Alvin Breaker Kilby.
How many?
I call him Kilby because every time I look at it real quick, I just see Kilby. I got one. So
Only one?
Only one.
What the hell, man?
They never canceled my order. I never
Wow.
repurchased more. Target seems to not Walmart me. Like Walmart's me.
Walmart's everybody though.
Yeah. I did want to mention, I was thinking about it today. I'm like, in the beginning when we're like, oh, Walmart usually doesn't do pre-orders, this and that, it was kind of like, it was comical, but it was understandable. You had to give them a little bit of leeway. Now I just don't think they care to fix the problem. So
No, because they don't think there is a problem because their online business model is not this. It's not built around fulfilling pre-orders. It's built around somebody needs a 12-pack of toilet paper that they're either going to roll up into the parking lot and have handed to them through their car window, or if they live close enough, it's going to be delivered straight to their house. That's their business model. Like this pre-order thing is just them trying to muscle in on like Amazon's turf, and that's not what they're about.
Yeah, but if you're going to offer it and you've been offering it for a couple years, you think you would fine-tune some bugs a little bit. But, that's here nor there.
They have to acknowledge that there's a problem before they can fix the problem, and they don't think there's a problem.
Yeah, is they obviously don't listen. No one from Walmart actually probably listens to our podcast. So unfortunately,
if they do, I would like to find out because I have words that I would like to. I have very special words that I would like to start using if I know someone from Walmart is listening to this.
Like at least Hasbro actually acknowledges that they listen to our podcast every once in a while.
Well, not ours specifically. They acknowledge that they listen to fan productions and stuff as they're able to.
No,
in
they
the
have
generic
said
sense.
ours specifically, which I appreciate.
Okay.
But anyway, I also finally my Rattler showed up. Rattler, however you want to say it.
It depends what part of the country you're from.
Yeah, I've heard it said both. That's why I'm not really sure which one's right. And then Don, you'll have to help me out with this. I got the Fans Hobby GI Joe vehicle, the Tiger,
The Air Tiger,
Force.
which is the Tiger Force version
Yeah.
of the Skyhawk.
Skyhawk. That's what I couldn't think of. I couldn't remember the actual name of it. I just saw, like, I love the Tiger Force vehicles too. So as soon as I saw that as an exclusive, I was like, I have to get that. And then other than Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's all I got.
Have you been playing it yet?
No, I just picked it up today while I
Okay.
was on my way to pick up the Fans Toys figure. So
People seem to like it.
it looked good. So I'll give it a whirl.
Hmm.
So that's all I got this week.
Matt.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Rob?
Nothing.
Huh. How about that?
It
Chris?
happens.
No. Brian? Oh. Well, never mind.
Brian has stuff, but we'll hold that. We'll hold that till next week.
Yeah, Brian was showing off a little bit to us in our group text. But we kind of agree that like it's something that Brian really needs to tell everybody about when he's here next time. So
Just know that I hate him right now.
which, like, if you've paid attention to the show for a while, you can make an educated guess or two of what this might be. But tune in for next week's episode where hopefully Brian will actually be able to stay around long enough to talk about it. So of course, our off-topic ham sandwiches portion is exclusive to our patrons. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/tfradio. Patrons at any tier get benefits such as the complete What We Got segment this week, including our ham sandwich/off-topic portion. Patrons at every tier get an ad-free version of the podcast. They get the podcast a day before it goes out to the public podcast feed. It may not be quite 24 hours, but if the podcast goes public on Friday, you would get it on Thursday, etc. Just an example. Podcast comes in a higher bitrate to our patrons. We put up the weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast, which this week's pre-show podcast was about 30% dead air by volume, but these things happen sometimes. If RFC on a given week needs material edits to the show, patrons will have access to the unedited version. If it's just edits to like truncate silence or eliminate incidents of crosstalk, we don't usually publish that version because that's not interesting to listen to. We edit those things out for, well, I say we, Brian edits those things out for a reason. We were going to have a patron edit this week until I made it too funny and we're leaving it in the show now. Go me. Sorry for taking some of your value away, patrons. Patrons at the touch tier get to be on our There Goes My Money podcast, which does get recorded on a regular basis. When episodes of There Goes My Money actually get edited and posted, our patrons get them a week before everybody else. And touch patrons get to be mentioned on the show each week, and they are listed to review at any time at tfradio.net/credits. So I'm going to go ahead right now and do our patron shout out. So thank you very much to Kevin Dorsey, Sent the Proto, Mollis Koenig, Daniel Scott, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, Trickster, Here's Why It's Cool, Ryan Bona, Emmett Sresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Sean Hamilton, Sean Bratton, Crazy Word, and new this week, touch patrons Eric EPY and Eric Crownover. Weird that we got two Erics in 1 week, but welcome aboard, both of you. And of course, thanks so much to all of our patrons at any tier. All of you together, collectively, make the show go round. You are. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You are the wind beneath my wings. So Brian is having computer problems, so he was not able to finish out the show with us. Through some quirk of how his computer has errored, we're actually able to continue recording and streaming the show, which is, fortunate. When Brian is around, though, you can find what he's up to at briankilby.com. He is on Blue Sky at kilby.bsky.social. And that's I think that's it for Brian. Rob Springer is not here with us on the show. You can find him at zonebase.org, zonebase.bsky.social, and you can find his Transform Squadron usually about once per month in the Transformers podcast feed on tfradio.net. John DeLuna is not here this week. You can find him on the internet at that John D, basically everywhere except on eBay where he's Cloudburst. Diecast, where do we find you?
You can find me on X and Blue Sky at Diecast2. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast. You can see my reviews on tfradio.net/reviews or youtube.com/rfcreviews. You can also, I do have an Amazon wish list. My birthday was last week. If you want to send me a late birthday gift, that's okay. It's okay to be late every once in a while. That's at tfradio.net/diecast list.
Rob, you're next. Rob was not expecting to get called on yet, so he's taking a moment to unmute.
Exactly. You can find me on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/@flailthroughs. I mostly cover Gundam Battle Operation 2. This week is the 7th anniversary of the game. There's expected to be a bunch of like tokens and fun stuff given away to the players, and this week's new suit is Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai. If you like what I do over there, patreon.com/flailthroughs, and you can support the channel, make requests, or just help me out. And if you'd rather do that with stuff, there is tfradio.net/playlist, which is my Amazon wish list, where anything you get off of that, a little bit will go back to the show.
Very good. Don?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC4EVR. I can be reached on Blue Sky at HMRC4EVR.
Yes.
Yes, .bluesky.social.
And where's your Amazon wish list?
tfradio.net/Don list.
Very good. You got that on the first try. Matt, where do we find you?
Melvar.bsky.social. That's with 3 L's and 2 R's.
I'm in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. That's the best place to find me. It's the best place to come and interact about Transformers and other various nerd topics. It's my favorite place to connect with people of like mind for just random, silly, meaningless conversation. I love it. It's a great escape. My website is at playwithphotography.com. That's got my photo galleries and other such things. And my Amazon wish list, if for some reason you want to send me something, is at tfradio.net/chrislist. So that's going to do it for our show this week. Hopefully Brian will track down that little gremlin running through his computer, and he'll be able to be here with us for an entire episode.
He'll have a new one built by next week. It'll be all brand new.
I mean, I was going to suggest to him after we finish that, oh, Brian, you might as well just go ahead and buy a new computer to solve this problem. So Brian does not have any input into his computer right now. That's why he can't talk to us. He's remoted into his streaming computer from another machine, and he's talking to us through the Zoom chat here and there. And he just said that he has that new computer. So it's very possible by next week he'll be streaming from a completely different computer if he can't track down this problem. So place your bets now. Well, Brian just said yep, so all bets are off. Good night, everybody.
Take care.
And live audience, I'm going to assume we'll be ending
Recording
the stream immediately so that Brian can shut his computer down and get that going again, which will effectively kill the stream.
Thanks, everyone, for coming.
Yep. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Brian has to go select the right size of hammer to address this problem with.
He's just going to pull the plug. Which is off.
Yeah, one of my bosses said he was a graduate of the school, the bigger hammer. When in doubt,
Yeah.
hammer.
The BFH, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no clue what the hell is going on here. I just know I was charged for them.
I just return them all. It's
Well,
probably
I mean they're sold out. So I'm putting them on Twitter and Blue Sky at $28 what I paid with tax just to try to help some people out. It'll be the same thing.